What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we got some new cards from Starter Deck 13 that we need to be having a little bit of a look at. Like I've been telling you over the past couple of weeks, these starter decks are now being revealed piece by piece. These cards are being shown, and I am all for it. These are starting to look like really, really strong starter decks. So let's carry on having a look at Starter Deck 13. That is the RagnaLoardmon starter deck. And we'll start off quickly with Nightmon, because Nightmon's not doing it for me. 5 cost to play normally, 3 cost to Digivolve, 7,000 power, dual colour, black and red Digimon. Now, there are a couple of things I can say in Nightmon's favour. Firstly, we have a proper dual colour Digimon. It is red and black it Digivolves from. Red and black, this is cool. And it is a 5 cost to play normally, and generally for level 5s, we expect 737. The last Nightmon, the one from BT5, the only other one we've actually seen as pure Nightmon, had 737. It also had an amazing skill that comboed beautifully with Lord Nightmon, and in the BT5 meta made like the best deck. This is not that. And I'm not saying it's absolutely horrible. Like I've said, it's dual colour and it's cheap to play normally. Those are 2 points in its favour. But let's not spend much time talking about this. This is, I think it's fair to say, not a terribly exciting card. Sorry if that sounds mean. But we do have a new Lunamon here, and this one is way more exciting. Translations from the lovely folks over at Ensan Gaming and the lovely folks over at DigimonCard.dev. So what we got for Lunamon here is a 3 cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 1,000 power. Literally could not be any weaker. But it can Digivolve from both black and red, which is really nice, because it gives you more options in terms of getting rolling, and that's really rather lovely. So yay! And we got some skills. When you play, by placing this card under one of your other red Digimon, or a Digimon with Legend Arms in its traits, you reveal the top card of your deck, and if that card has Legend Arms in its traits, and it has a play cost of 7 or lower, play it for free. Otherwise, put it in your hand. And we're seeing this as a continuation of basically what we've been seeing in Starter Deck 13 so far. We've seen this. Zubamon, you can place this Digimon under one of your other Digimon with Legend Arms in its traits, or one of your black Digimon, to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Digimon with Legend Arms in its traits, and it has a play cost of 7 or less, you can play it for free. Yes, you might notice this is the same skill. Although admittedly this one has to go under a Legend Arms or a red, whereas Zubamon has to go under a Legend Arms or black, but it's the same kind of thing, right? And essentially what you're doing is you're popping them under one of your other Digimon, and we got a nice inheritable skill, more on that in a moment, and then you're potentially playing a card for free. But because you're doing this with both Lunamon and Zubamon here, it basically means that your chances of pulling this off just becomes way better, because it means you got 8 potential uses in your deck rather than only 4. That's a very good thing indeed. Zubamon, for what it's worth, you can place it under a Digimon with Legend Arms or a black Digimon, and delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 power or less. Not quite the same. Tia Lunamon, you can put it under one of your other Digimon with Legend Arms or red Digimon, and one of your Digimon gains reboot until your opponent's next turn ends. So they've both got, ways to put under. And why do we want to go under? Well, remember, RagnaLoardmon says that when you Digivolve into it, as long as you've Digivolved DNA style from a level 6 black and a level 6 red, for every 4 Digivolution cards you end up with, you get to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 20 or less, which is basically any Digimon, and delete the top card of your opponent's stack. Yeah. This is good, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely good. Because essentially what we're doing here is just building up. So we've got so many more options in terms of putting evolution sources down. We're building up more and more evolution sources. I've told you this before, right? Generally speaking, you take a level 6 Digimon and you can rely on having 4 evolution sources. Your level 3, your level 4, your level 5, your level 6. Remember, when they all go under RagnaLoardmon, the level 6s become evolution sources. So that's going to give you 4. If they both come from a Digi-Egg, that's going to put you up to 10. So you get 2 activations of the skill, but you're 2 evolution sources away from getting a 3rd activation. You need 12, you've got 10. Well, now you've got Zubamon and Zubamon, and you've got Lunamon and Lunamon that will allow you to just literally whack them under your level 6 before they become RagnaLoardmon, before you get that DNA Digivolution rolling. And now, ladies and gentlemen, now we are looking very good indeed. These are just cards which are going to absolutely help with your RagnaLoardmon when it gets up and rolling. You're getting more evolution sources down, which is clearly a good thing. You are getting extra inheritable skills, which is a good thing. You're firing the skill a bit more often. Like I say, it's one use of the skill per 4 evolution sources. But each use of the skill is delete a Digimon, pretty much anyone you like, and trash the top card of your opponent's security. You had better believe it is worth putting the effort in to try and get one extra use of that skill, because the next use of that skill is another Digimon off the board and another security card taken away. That is brilliant. Oh yeah, also, while you have a red Digimon, or a Digimon with Legend Arms in its traits, this Digimon gains Blocker as an inheritable skill. Yep. And then Zubamon, when you're attacking, lets you delete a Digimon with 3,000 power or less. Zubamon also lets you delete a Digimon with 3,000 power or less. And Lunamon gives you Blocker. And I'll be a little bit honest with you here. I don't like that Lunamon and Lunamon here both have the same inheritable skill. I don't care with Zubamon and Zubamon, because they're both letting you delete a Digimon, so you get to delete 2 Digimon, that's fine. But here, because they've both got the same inheritable skill, you've basically got double Blocker. And the good news is that because you got it on your level 3 and your level 4, the chances of having Blocker become very, very high. The bad news is, once you've got one of them under, there's no point putting another. I could potentially have 4 Zubamon and 4 Zubamon under my level 7, and then delete 8 Digimon when I attack. It's never going to happen, but it's theoretically possible. I could have 4 Lunamon and 4 Lunamon under, and I'd get Blocker. It's not quite the same, ladies and gentlemen, is it? I don't like skills where you've got the opportunity to stack them. Again, you can just keep throwing Lunamon under your level 6s, or even your level 7s. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not, unfortunately, going to have, Blocker 8 times is still just Blocker. But then again, you are potentially playing a card for free, so maybe let's not downplay that. And then we finish off with a new option card. We've got Direct Smasher, a 7-cost option card, which is very high. So we're expecting something good, something, take out your opponent's biggest Digimon. Seems to be a theme for these high-cost cards. When you have a Digimon with Legend Arms in its traits, you may use this card ignoring its color requirements. So it is nominally a red card, but as long as you've got any Digimon in play with Legend Arms in its traits, it's an any color card. And you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest amount of power. And as a security, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest amount of power. What that means is, if your opponent's got 2 15,000 power Digimon, you get to choose between them. Yay! The problem is, you don't always want to go after your opponent's most powerful Digimon. A lot of the time you do, don't get me wrong, but not all the time. And that's a problem. Gaia Force costs 1 memory more and is just delete any of your opponent's Digimon, whoever you want. Here, you're saving a memory, but you're losing that choice, and actually losing that choice might not be worth saving the memory. That makes me a little bit sad, but there is honestly not very much we can do about it. Boo, etc. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've made my point. Those are your new cards, that's what you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. Which of these do you think could be awesome? Which of these do you think are going to be left in the binder? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.